The little bells on the door at Audrey's diner jangled as I stepped inside. "Ask him!" somebody yelled in my direction, and a bunch of other people sitting at the tables and along the counter yelled too. "Ask me what?" I said. I had come from Mom's house, where I'd sat by her bed watching her sleep for an hour, then made sure the sheriff's deputy watching her knew how she took her tea. I thought I'd stayed long enough to miss the morning rush at Audrey's, but I'd never seen the diner like this, not even on Saturdays when Audrey made her egg pie special. Every stool at the counter and every seat at every table was taken. The tables were arranged in a haphazard semicircle, so everyone could face the man standing a few feet away from me, in a brown and mustard Pine County Sheriff's Department uniform. "Take a seat, Gus," Sheriff Aho said. "Ask him if that's a good idea, Sheriff." That was Elvis Bontrager, Mrs. B's brother-in-law, Darlene's uncle, and a Pine County commissioner. "What idea?" I said. Audrey DeYoung emerged from behind the counter, wiping her hands on the white apron she wore over a sky-blue smock. "Oh, dear," she said, taking my face in her damp hands, then pulling me into her arms for a hug. "This is so sad. It's so terrible." "Yes." "I almost decided not to open today, but I thought, well, this would be a good place for people to blow off steam. How is Darlene?" I glanced at Dingus. He was listening. "Okay, I hope." "And your mother?" "Not so good. She was sleeping when I saw her this morning." "I don't suppose there are any funeral arrangements yet?" "That's going to take a while. The cops have to do their work first." Audrey squeezed me again before letting me go. She reached behind the counter and pulled out a wooden stool. "Here, honey. Set this over there. I'll get you some coffee." "Thank you." I set the stool by the window near the end of the counter and sat. Dingus was still looking at me, waiting. I reached into my back pocket and pulled out a notebook. "No," Dingus said. "We're off the record here." "What's going on?" I said. "The sheriff's trying like hell to save his job is what's going on," Bart Flater shouted from the back of the room. Then everyone started to yell again. I couldn't make out everything they said, but I heard bingo and murder and Phyllis and incompetent. I could barely believe I was in Audrey's. The faces around me were pinched with fury and fear. Two women looked as if they had been crying. "Please," Dingus said, holding his palms up for quiet. "Tell us what you got and we'll stop," Flater said. Elvis turned to me, his belly straining against the suspenders clipped to his jeans. "The sheriff wants to cancel all bingo. Just shut it off. Like that's going to catch this guy. Brilliant, huh?" "Elvis," Dingus said. His cheeks had flushed red behind his handlebar mustache. He wasn't used to this sort of treatment. When he spoke to audiences of more than 3 or 4 people, he was usually the welcome guest, handing out a safety award or posing for photographs with schoolchildren. Floyd Kepsel piped up. "I think what Elvis is trying to say, Sheriff, is that we couldn't give a hoot about bingo being canceled. But is that it? Is that all you have for us?" "I'll tell you what I'm trying to say, Dingus," Elvis said. "Do you see my wife here today? Huh? Do you? She comes here every day." Elvis rapped a forefinger on the table with each word. "Because she loves this place and this town, because it's quiet and peaceful, and you don't have to lock your doors, and we have places like this where nice people come to have a nice breakfast and talk about their grandkids. But she's not here today, Sheriff, because she can't get out of bed. She can't move. She can't do anything but cry." "I'm sorry, Elvis, Sorry. I'll tell you what's sorry. What's sorry is you coming here like this is some damn campaign stop and telling us we're the problem. We're the ones who have to be confined to our homes." The yelling started up again. "What if the guy starts breaking in on bowling night, huh? You gonna shut the bowling alley too? And what about hockey? We got a big game tonight and everybody's going. You going to order us